Hello viewers, myself A. Satyanarayana, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar, Telangana. BSc Mathematics Semester 5, the subject Solid Analytical Geometry or 3-dimensional geometry. In this semester, we are going to learn Introduction to Solid Analytical Geometry. In this lesson, we are going to cover how to denote a point in a 3-dimensional geometry with a set of 3 coordinates or triads, and some of useful formulae. Those are useful in the coming lessons. The syllabus, the subject solid geometry. In this semester, we have theory examination and also practical examinations. Unit 1, the entire syllabus divided into 3 parts. First unit contains sphere, definition, the sphere, the equation of sphere through the given 4 points, equation of circle, intersection of a sphere and a line, equation of a tangent plane, angle of intersection of 2 spheres, radical plane. So these are the unit 2, unit 1. Next, coming to unit 2, this is related to cosines and cylinders, definitions of cosines and cylinders, condition that general equation of second degree represents a cone and a plane through its vertex, intersection of a line with a cone, the right circular cone, the cylinder, the right circular cylinder. So these are all unit 2. So coming to unit 3, the conicoid, the general equation of the second degree, intersection of line with a conicoid, plane of contact, enveloping cone and cylinder. So in the syllabus, mainly the concept of sphere, cones, cylinders, conicoid. So these 4 are included in the syllabus: sphere, cone, cylinder and conicoid. So textbooks which are prescribed, the prescribed textbook is Shanti Narayan and P.K. Mittal, Analytical Solid Geometry. This book is publishing by S. Chand and Company. You can purchase through online or offline mode. And the references books are Khalil Ahmed is the writer. The book name is Solid Geometry, and S.L. Loney, the book name is Solid Geometry, Smith and Minton, Calculus. So these 4 books are very useful. Exclusively exam point of view, the first book is very important. We have to thorough problems from the first book. So in addition to this, we have practical questions also. As per unit wise, the unit 1 contains practical questions on sphere. We have 1 to 10, and unit 2 from 11 to 10, 11 to 20. These are from cone and cylinder, and unit 3 exclusively on conicoid. This is the brief intersection of cell bus. How we can divide the entire space into eight parts. You can say 8 parts. Those are the parts are formed by x dash, y dash, z dash, mutual perpendicular lines. These are called coordinate axes. So entire space, you can divide the entire space into 8 parts and also called octants. So I have taken one octant formed by positive x-axis and positive yz axis. In this octant we are going to define the coordinates of the point P. So we have drawn a cuboid containing a vertex P as shown in the figure. The coordinates of P can be defined as follows. The x coordinate, if x equal to the distance from P to the yz plane, distance P to the, where is the yz plane? Here it is the y axis, and this is the z axis, this is the y axis. Plane is this. So that the distance between yz plane is L from P to L, or we can say A, the distance OA or AO is equal to perpendicular distance from P to the plane is called YZ plane. Similarly, we can take the y coordinate, y equal to perpendicular distance from P to the xz plane. So observe the figure. Where is the xz plane? Xz plane is a plane formed by x axis and z axis. This is x axis and this is z axis. X axis and z axis. Yes. Y equal to perpendicular distance from P to xz plane. So where is the xz plane? Xz plane is formed by x axis and z axis. This x axis and z axis. X axis, z axis. So this is the xz plane. the distance from our point P to the xz plane is equal to Pm, which is also equal to OB. Therefore, you can write this is equal to OB. And also this is equal to OA. Similarly, z coordinate is equal to the perpendicular distance from P to the xy plane formed by x axis and y axis is equal to OC. So actually these are the definition of x, y, z coordinates, and the distances are the values of x, y, z. If you write together x by dividing x, y, z and maintaining order also, this is called coordinates in three-dimensional geometry or in a space of a point P. So basically the coordinates x, y, z are the perpendicular distances from the point P to the x, y, y, z, z, x planes. Those are also called coordinate planes. X, y, y, z, z, x. X, y, y, z, z, x are called coordinate planes. So these are the x, y, z values. Now similarly, we can define the points which are in the other 7 octants in the similar way. So next, the second point is the distance between 2 points at P x1 y1 z1, P x1 y1 z1 and Q x2 y2 z2 are 2 points. Here it is the P, the Q, the distance between P and Q. So these are the coordinates of P and Q, x1 y1 z1 and x2 y2 z1. The distance between PQ is denoted by PQ bar, and PQ bar is equal to x1 minus x2 whole square y1 minus y2 whole square plus z1 minus z2 whole square. The formula is very similar to the distance between 2 points in 3-dimensional geometry. Similarly, the third basic point is division point. division point of a line segment. If P x1 y1 z1 Q x2 y2 z2 a line segment, suppose R is a point xyz is a point xyz dividing the PQ line segment in the ratio m is to n, then if PQR and MN are known, we can write the coordinates of R here, PR by R Rn RQ equal to m by n. Then R equal to, so the formula is very similar to in a three-dimensional geometry. M x1 mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, m y2 plus ny1 by m plus n, m z2 plus nz1 by m plus n. So this is the division point formula. Third formula, the formula for direction cosines. Of a line passing through the given two points. So direction cosines, observe this is a line passing through x1 y1 and z1 q x2 y2 z2. The direction cosines of the line PQ, direction cosines also simply you can write this is of the line PQ is a triad, is denoted by order triad cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. So direction cosines a line PQ is denoted by in the form of trigonometric ratios cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, where alpha, beta, gamma are angles with xy axis or coordinate axis in positive direction. For example, the particular line PQ making 45 degrees with x-axis, 60 degrees with y-axis, again 45 degrees with z-axis, then DCs of the line are cos 45 degrees, cos 60 degrees, again cos 45 degrees. If it is possible, we can write in a numerical form. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2, cos 60 1 by 2, and cos 45 again 1 by root 2. So these are 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2 are DCs are the cosines. While writing these three numbers, we have to maintain the order. Just like coordinates of a point, we should maintain the order. So ikkada similar one note is there, that is direction ratios. We have discussed direction cosines, here direction ratios. So direction ratios are nothing but as denoted by DRs. DRs are proportional to the DCs. For example, the above problem, DCs of the line 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. We can write DRs are 1 implies using 1 the DRs are DRs are nothing but the proportionals of DCs. So we multiply 1, multiplying the 1, equation 1 by root 2, we get root 2 1. This equation 2 is obtained by multiplying each number by 2. You can multiply any number or divide. Why? Because DRs are proportional to DCs. Okay. In similar way, we can write number of DRs to a particular line. So DRs are infinite. So DRs are infinite. And note 1, note 2, if L, M, N are DCs, then L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. And note 3, if ABC are DRs, then A by R and B by R, C by R DCs, where R equal to under root A square plus B square plus C square. So the note 1 explains the process converting DRs to DCs. So this is the concept for DCs and DRs. Next, angle between the two given lines. Just like in three-dimensional geometry, if two lines are intersecting at a point, but it may not intersect also. There may be angle between the two lines. The formula for angle between two lines is L1, L2 and cos theta equal to L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2, where L1, M1, N1 and L2, M2, N2, M2 are DCs of L1, L2 respectively. So this is the formula cos theta equal to L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2 is used when the DCs of the two lines are known. If the DRs are known, we can use the second formula cos theta equal to A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 by A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square into A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. Of course, we will put modulus. So where A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 are DRs of the line L1, L2 respectively. Equation to a plane. Equation to a plane, general equation. To a plane is
ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0. And ab's should not be 0 at a time. That is, a square plus b square plus c square should not be 0. Here where a, b, c are drs of a line which is perpendicular to 3. Example, this is a plane. This is a plane. It's a line passing through a point P on the plane. So this is a plane. Plane. Which is perpendicular to the plane. So the line has drs. We can write dc's also. Drs a, b, c. Next formula, which is our serial number 5, next 6. 6 angle between two planes. Let a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2z equal to 0 are two planes. The angle between the planes, if the angle between the planes is theta, then cos theta equal to mod a1 a2 b1 b2 plus c1 c2 by under root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square.
Here we can add some more information. Note. If the planes are perpendicular, then cos theta equal to 0. Then right side a1 a2 plus v1 v2 c1 c2 equal to 0. Similarly, can write this information in the formula 4. If two lines are perpendicular, then cos 90 theta equal to 90, cos 90 equal to 0, then L1 plus L2 plus L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 equal to 0. You can add information in this here also. Okay, next we go to 7th one formula, that is equation to a line. Equation to a line. Here, so the first one is two planes together a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 equal to 0. Actually, the right side and left side to the 0 are the equations of planes together represents an equation of the line which is drawn along the intersection area, the intersection line. So actually, if two or more planes intersects each other, they intersects along a line, just like in two-dimensional geometry or three-dimensional geometry. If lines intersects, they intersects at a common point, say P. Similarly, if two planes intersects, in a line, so the equation of line is denoted by a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 equal to 0. So the equation of two planes together represents the equation of the line which is drawn along the common points of the two planes, or the common line of the two planes. And one more form is there. Actually, this is called a non-symmetrical form. The second one symmetrical form. Symmetrical form equation of a line can be written as follows: x minus x1 by x2 minus x1 equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y1, z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. We can change denominators like x1 minus x2 and y1 minus y2 and z1 minus z2. Or x minus x1 by some a equal to y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c, where x1, y1 and z1, let's say p is p, and q, x2, y2, z2 are 2 points. Then the equations 3 and 4 represents the line PQ, So this is called symmetrical form, and A comma B C are DRs or DCs of PQ, of the line PQ. If continuing equation 4 implies x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c equal to some r, say if three ratios are equal to some number r, then we can write x equal to AR plus x1, the equating the first and last terms, AR plus x1, and y equal to BR plus y1, z equal to CR plus z1. Taking these a point, some r, AR plus x1, BR plus y1, CR plus z1. So taking the x, y, z values as coordinates of some points, these points is located at the given point Px1, Px1, y1, z1, either to left side or to right side, depending the value of r. Generally we get r equal to some negative value and a positive value. Numerically both are same, just like r equal to minus 2 plus 2 generally. This r either lies left or right side at a distance small r. Here a small r taken. This represents the distance between r and the p points, r and p points. So we can write similarly, therefore PR equal to small r. So this formula is very useful in coming chapters. When we required a point at some distance from the fixed point, then we use the formula. Next, formula number 8. Angle between a line and a plane. If the angle between a line, the equation, the line is taken in symmetrical form, y minus y1 by m and z minus z1 by n1 as said before, and a plane taken in a general form plus bz plus d equal to 0, then the formula cos sin, here we write sin theta, don't write cos, sin theta equal to al plus bm plus cn by under root a square plus b square plus c square and l square plus m square plus n square. If Lm and R represents DCs of the line, then under root Lm L square plus m square plus n square equal to 1. So this is the formula angle between two plane and line. Here one note, if the angle is 90 degrees, parallel, if equation 1, I don't know the serial number, I am writing 5 and 6, if 5 and the plane, the line is parallel to the plane, then we have a condition, that is if they are parallel, the angle will be 0, then theta equal to 0, sin theta equal to 0, left side, then right side al plus bm plus cn equal to 0. In this case, the line may parallel to the plane, or a line lies on the plane. In both cases, al plus bm plus cn equal to 0. So these are some of the important formulae in 3 dimensional geometry we are going to use in coming chapters.